Welcome back, Future Medicos. I'm getting few questions related to conversion of status from Indian to NRI. So in this video, I'm going to address 5 questions that are typically or frequently asked related to this NRI conversion. Come, let's go into the details. Okay, first of all, the disclaimer. This video is applicable only for MCC All India Counseling. Whatever the doubts I am clarifying is based on the rules as given by MCC in the previous years. Of course, please understand that every state, they may have different rules. State counseling rules may not be exactly same as MCC. So don't assume that the rules are the same for each state. Particularly, for example, I heard that West Bengal, once you convert to NRI, you won't be able to select any of the general category seats. So please understand, each state, the rules may be different. When you are watching this video, keep only MCC All India Counseling in the mind. Okay, so don't apply these rules to other state counseling. Now, with that understanding, let's start the first question. This question came very recently. Someone has asked, can someone apply as Indian in the first round, as an Indian in the first round, and then NRI in the second round? In case if I am unable to get a desired college in the first round, can I convert subsequently to NRI and then try the college? Now the question is, can I do this? The answer is yes, you can do it. You can do the conversion in the first round or in the second round or maybe even in the third round. You may do it depending on MCC may allow you. But should you do it? The answer to that is no, don't do it. My advice is trying to do the conversion in the first round. Now, let me tell you why. Because if you are even thinking of NRI in an All India Counseling, it means that your score is not higher. If your score is like 600 plus, you are not going to even think about NRI. If you are thinking about NRI, that means most likely your score is at a lower level, maybe like 300 or even maybe like 400, 200, something like that, where you are doubtful that whether you will get the general category seats. If not, you want to go for NRI seats. So if you are so doubtful, my advice, do the conversion in the first round. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages? The advantages, if you convert it in the first round, you will have less headache. Doing it in subsequent rounds, there will be problems. There will be some stress. There will be some anxiety because we don't even know whether MCC will allow conversion in second round. In fact, they have done it in the past years, so they may do it again. But the problem with the MCC in this conversion is they do it at the last minute. For example, if tomorrow choice filling is going to start, today they will ask for the conversion. So you send the document for conversion and then you don't hear from MCC, but the choice filling might have started. Choice filling might be going on and you will be under a lot of stress whether the conversion will happen. Should I go ahead and do the choice filling or should I wait for MCC? All these doubts will come in your mind. So if you have done it in the first round, generally it is less stressful. But if you do it in the second round or third round, there will be limited time. Now, why I say this, I will show you some comments last year, which will tell you why I am very particular about this. For example, read this comment. We applied for conversion from Indian to NRI within the stipulated time. Okay, generally MCC gives you 2 days. So they have applied for it. Now the MCC choice filling has opened, but for us the conversion is not reflecting. So I have already applied, I have submitted the documents. The choice filling also has opened, but my status is still showing as an Indian. Should we need to wait or shall we go for choice filling, right? So you see what is the stress. Choice filling has started, everybody is doing choice filling. Now you are confused. You don't know whether you are an Indian or whether you are an NRI. Should you wait for another couple of days for MCC to convert your status? Right? There will be a lot of stress. So this is the reason I am telling you, don't wait until the second round. Do it in the first round. Let me tell you another comment. In round 1, I applied for counseling through General All India Quota category. Right? This candidate, first round, he applied as a Indian. And for round 2, I wanted to convert to NRI. So I mailed the official mail ID of MCC, all the documents required for NRI conversion. But round 2 choice filling has started, but NRI candidate list for round 2 is not declared yet. Choice filling has started, but candidate list, whoever is converted to NRI, they have not released. What can I do now? Please help me. Right? The problem here is I also cannot help. What can I help? I have to wait. MCC have to tell. So this is the problem if you are waiting for second round or third round, right? Let me see another one. As per your video, we have sent the documents for converting general to NRI. Today, when I started choice filling, it is not showing the NRI category choice. Please suggest any help, right? So once again, all these three comments, you could see that it is not straightforward. MCC does not work again in a straightforward way. By now, you all know how things go, right? You know how NTA has messed up the whole thing. Similarly, MCC will also mess up few things. Your state counseling authority will mess up few things. So don't assume that everything is perfect. Don't assume that, oh, I give in application, they will give in 2 days conversion. Second round, oh, before start choice filling, they will give me the option. Don't assume anything. Always look for the worst things. Be prepared for it. Now your question may come, okay, sir, you are suggesting to do it in the first round. But in that case, will I not lose the general seats? Should I go in the first round itself only as an NRI? Now that's where you need to be very clear. And NRI is also eligible for general category seats. Say, for example, if you want to apply for KMC Manipal, let's assume that that's the top college. Let's assume you are interested in KMC Manipal. In first round, you want to try as general. If you don't get, let's say, second round, you want to go under NRI category. Now, if you have converted to NRI in the first round itself, you can still do that. It's not mandatory that an NRI candidate must choose NRI category seats. The advantage is once you are an NRI, you can select both category. For example, if you are interested in KMC Manipal, you can select general category as your first choice and then NRI category as your second choice. But if you are an Indian, you can select only general category. So it's always advantageous to be an NRI in All India Counseling. What do you lose? Of course, what you lose is you lose the reservation. If you convert to NRI, now you cannot get any benefits that comes under OBC, NCL, SC, ST, Muslim minority, Christian minority, Jain minority. Those reservations, you cannot use it. But if you are applying for deemed university, what is the use of having a OBC NCL certificate? I mean, OBC NCL reservation. What is the use of having a SC reservation or ST reservation? There is no use because you are only trying deemed universities. But if you think that your score is good to get a government medical college, then of course, I don't recommend you to convert to NRI because you will lose the reservation. But if your focus is only on deemed universities, your score is 500 or less than 500, then there is no point of waiting until second round or third round for the conversion. So if you are only looking at deemed universities, please do the conversion in first round. If your score is good, if your score is 600 or more than 600, then probably conversion is not a good idea. Now, the second question, this is also something that came up last year. We have already converted to NRI in round 1. Should we again send the documents in round 2? Because MCC has released a notification to send the documents for round 2 conversion. It's not necessary. If you have done it in round 1, your status is already converted. So you don't need to send the documents again for round 2. The round 2 notification is only for candidates who missed round 1 and then subsequently they want to convert in round 2. For example, maybe like some of you are saying that, oh, I may not have the documents in time for round 1 conversion. I'm trying my uncle, I'm trying my aunt, they are very busy or they have come to India, they have to go back to their own country and then they can apply. So I may not be able to get the documents in time for round 1 conversion. Then you can wait for round 2 and in round 2 you can send the documents. So only those candidates who missed round 1, they need to send the documents in round 2. Those who have already converted in round 1, they are already NRI students. So they don't need to convert in round 2 or round 3. Now, can an NRI candidate convert back to general after round 1? Now, once again, this is something not really needed. Of course, there is no option for converting from NRI back to general. I have not seen any option given by MCC so far. But this is again not needed. Why do you want to convert? There is no use of converting from NRI to general. Because since you have applied as an NRI candidate already or a general candidate already, you cannot get any reservation anymore. The reservation is already out for you. So it doesn't matter whether you are an NRI or an Indian, your options are the same. So it's not really necessary to convert from NRI to general. There is no advantage. When NRI conversion option will be provided by MCC. Typically, the NRI conversion option or NRI conversion notification will come from MCC few days before the start of choice filling for each round. Let's say round 1, before the start of round 1, maybe like 1 week before that, generally they release a notification. Round 2, maybe like 3-4 days before that, they may release a notification. So when the notification will come, I also don't know. You need to keep checking MCC website daily from today. If you want to convert it in round 1, start checking the MCC website daily from today until the start of counseling. It may happen anytime. What are the documents needed in case if I want to convert from Indian to NRI? There are few documents you need to send by email once MCC releases a notification. What are the documents? Documents claiming that the sponsor is an NRI. The sponsor can be your father. The sponsor can be your mother. The sponsor can be your uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, right? So look at the relationship. It should be within the relationship given. And then you need to get the sponsor's passport copy and visa copy. These two are needed. Then you should have the proof for relationship, the relationship between the candidate and the sponsor. You can get an affidavit, you can get a document from the embassy, right? So relationship has to be proved. Affidavit from the sponsorer that he or she will sponsor the entire course fee, and it has to be duly notarized. So you need to get an undertaking or affidavit from the sponsor that he is willing to pay the course fees for you, and it has to be notarized by a notary public. Embassy certificate of the sponsorer or NRI certificate, this has to be obtained from the certificate from the consulate or embassy in the country in which your sponsor is working currently. So they have to approach the embassy in that country or consulate in that country, Indian consulate or Indian embassy, and ask for an NRI certificate. And they will give you that, oh, okay, this person is a NRI, eligible NRI, and he is sponsoring so-and-so candidate for admission, right? So you can get an embassy certificate and then the scorecard of the candidate. So these are the 5 documents MCC will ask you to email to them. So to email, of course, you don't need the original document. A scanned copy is sufficient. But when you're going for admission, you need all the original documents to be shown to the college. Okay. I hope that information is sufficient to you. I hope this clarifies the doubts in terms of NRI conversion. Thank you. Bye-bye.